I was all so miserable before, so fearful before, and now I am fearless and I am happy. And here, life before without you, oh Lord, without your lotus feet, was nothing but sorrow. But now I live free from all miseries. I have no miseries. And your lotus feet, they are driving away all fear. And having held them to my head, I am dancing in a great ecstasy. So this is celebration. Celebration. Bhakti is celebration. And what are we after all, Jiva Tattva? There we see Brahma, who is the secondary creator, and Lord Shiva. They are holding on to these lotus feet. Narada Muni, the Mahajana, what are they all doing? They're doing only one thing, holding on to the lotus feet. Yeah. And sheltered at the lotus feet. Brahma, Shiva, Narada. So these Mahajanas, this is our life. This is the real life. This is eternal life. This is the life with lotus feet of Lord Hari. Celebration of our thought, deed, and very life with lotus feet of Lord Hari, Lord Shri Krishna. So Sharanagati is a great cause of celebration. Celebration, something that we want to look forward to, cherish and celebrate. That's Sharanagati. Yes, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now we can go to Chaitanya Mangala. Thank you, dear devotees. Chaitanya Mangala.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Prabhu, please go ahead.
Yes. Before we get started, just a reminder of what we had read last week at a very high level. If you remember, Parvati Devi asked Lord Shiva about, you ate the prasad, didn't you bring some for her? And Lord Shiva's response to her was, you don't deserve the transcendental wealth or the Mahaprasad, which upset Parvati Devi. And then she takes a vow to distribute Mahaprasad to everyone. And then the interaction with Lord Vishnu takes place, and there Lord Vishnu shares about the churning of the ocean, and from that he mentioned that the first thing that came out was actually Kalpataru, which fulfills all transcendental desires, and within that tree was a transcendental effulgence emanating of Lord Chaitanya, and that's where he mentions that in Kali Yuga he will appear as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and start the Sankirtan movement and fulfill the desire of Parvati Devi's vow to give love to Krishna, love of Krishna to everyone. So that's where we left off from last week. So Cindy, you can please go ahead and start reading from here.
Yes, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Narada visits Brahmaloka. As he traveled, a stream of nectarian melodies rose from his veena, enchanting the ears of the three worlds. Enchanting the ears of the three worlds. Losing external consciousness, Narada couldn't walk properly, and his face turned red due to love. Although unaware of his fatigue, when he arrived in Brahmaloka, he was covered with drops of perspiration. Seeing his son in this condition, Lord Brahma had mixed feelings of concern and happiness as he welcomed the great sage. Narada offered respects to Brahma, his father and spiritual master. In a fatherly mood, Brahma lifted him up, embraced him, and asked about his well being. Lord Brahma said, Narada, I feel immensely satisfied to behold your beautiful face. Please fill my ears with the nectar of your words. Hearing you will soothe my heart. Where have you been? Whom have you met? And what have you experienced? Hare Krishna.
I think our journey, Gopakumara's, Narada Muni's journey in the other book, Bhagavatamrita, is same, right? Brahma world, Shiva world, and same Narada Muni. So, different stories, but happening in the same world. Brahmaloka, Shivaloka, and the same people, Narada. For a minute, I was thinking, didn't Narada just spoke to Brahma and went to Shiva? But then I realized, that was a that is Brihad Bhagavatamrita. Yes, Mother. Yes, Prabhu.
This is like 2 different visits to Brahmaloka.
Right. Parallel visits, huh? Two rooms. One is one is a room for Chaitanya Mangala. The other room is for Brihad Bhagavatamrita.
It is so amazing, Mataji.
Yeah, it's just overlap at the same time. And I was thinking, did he not? Narada was just here, right? Yes, please. Yeah, continue, somebody. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Before Narada could answer, his body began trembling in transcendental ecstasy. Tears flooded his eyes, and his face reddened with feelings of joy. Then Narada said, Brahma, listen to a wonderful story. You are the creator of everything, and the name Brahmanda comes from your name. According to the characteristics of each age, the people follow a particular type of dharma. In Kali Yuga, people are extremely sinful. At the end of the Babara Yuga, people were full of sorrow and lamentation. They became afraid of the upcoming age of Kali. This situation pained me so much that I went straight to the Lord. I boldly asked him about the deliverance of the people in Kali Yuga. I told him I was ordered because the Brahmans are not following the Vedas. As a result, the people have very little inclination for religious practices. On hearing my words of distress, the Lord, who is full of all transcendental qualities, said, Narada, to deliver the people in the age of Kali, I will personally descend and preach the science of devotional service. The benefits one derives from charity, sacrifice, austerity, and religious activities will automatically come simply by doing Harinama Sankirtana. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Dear devotees, did you notice this? Left and right, front and back, everybody is falling down in ecstasy. In Chaitanya Mangala, in Brihad Bhagavatamrita, in Chaitanya Bhagavata in the morning, that is posted in Harinama Seva. This is, why are they falling down in ecstasy? Everybody losing external conscious and are absorbed in ecstasy. In the morning, same thing we are hearing. In the evening, same thing we are hearing. Whose world is this? World of ecstasy. Whose world is this? The Acharyas. Yeah. Here, this is Lochandas Thakura. In the morning, that's Vrindavan Das Thakura. And Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. The world of ecstasy of Acharyas. And look at their language. Look at the choice of words. So gentle, so sweet, so ecstatic, so soft. It just feels like we are living in the Acharya's world, in the morning, in the evening. Wow. Wow. Just hearing their words like this, translated in English, these words, and we are just reading it amongst ourselves. If we are having this sort of impact, what would have been to those people who were who had a direct association with them, heard all this when they were singing, when these acharyas were singing and speaking with their original transcendental emotion. When they were speaking, what would happen to the people around? What would have been the impact? Oh, Govinda. Where would be the place for Kali? Where would be the place for anything other than the love of God? Where would the place for anything? Anarthas are out of question. But where would be the place for anything other than Krishna Prema that is flowing out like this? It just feels like a different planet of Acharyas. Yes, please, continue.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, pranam, Mataji. Please go ahead.
The Lord continued, Narada, although the news of Kali is full of faults, just by chanting my holy names, one will obtain freedom from material existence. Now please go to the abodes of Brahma, Shiva, and the others. Tell them to take birth on earth in Kali Yuga, and in the form of Lord Gauranga, the embodiment of compassion, will also descend.
Yeah, Mataji, your voice is Akashvani. So please take your time to switch.
Okay.
Yeah. When you're ready, you can read the next paragraph. The Lord continued, Narada, although the age of Kali is full of faults, just by chanting my holy names, one will obtain freedom from material existence. Now, please go to the abodes of Brahma, Shiva, and the others. Tell them to take birth on earth in Kali Yuga, and in the form of Lord Gauranga, the embodiment of compassion, I will also descend, said the Lord. And then what happened? Jagannivasri Mataji.
Actually, she is trying to connect from another device.
Okay.
Hare Krishna ma'am.
This is Akashvani in full action. On hearing Narada's description, a seed of sweet love sprouted within the heart of Lord Brahma. He became overwhelmed. Oh, okay. With the love of God. Tears streamed down his cheeks. Brahma picked up Narada and placed him on his lap. Yes, Jagannivasri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Sorry,
Awesome. No, please go ahead. At
that time, Lord Brahma said, "Oh, my dear sage, your mercy fills my heart with pleasure. People are blinded by sense gratification and ignorance of the truth. By your mercy, they will become free from Maya's clutches. Delivering fallen people is your only activity. Please listen attentively. I want to tell you about a recent experience. Some time ago, my sons like Sanaka and other sages came here to reveal their minds. They said, Lord Brahma, you are the dear son of the Lord. Please give some brief answers to our questions. Then those sages glorified the qualities of Lord Vishnu. The sages said, the Lord is inconceivable, inexaltable, and eternally blissful. He is full of spiritual energy, very subtle, and the controller of all controllers. He is all pervading and the very form of religion. The Lord is unlimited and devoid of any material qualities. He is free from all contamination and has no material form. He has no beginning, middle, or end. This can be realized only by pure consciousness. The sages continued, although unborn, the Lord seems to take birth in the material nature. Lord Sri Krishna relished transcendental rasa with the gopis in Vrindavana. He acted just like an ordinary lusty man, enjoying conjugal affairs, though everyone knows that the Lord is the true Atma of all living entities, whether man or woman. So we want to know why the Lord disturbs our minds by performing such an unusual pleasure pastimes. O Brahma, please dispel our doubts by telling us the truth. Can I continue, Mataji?
Yeah, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you,
Thank
Mataji.
you.
Hare Krishna.
Hari, thank you. Yeah. Brahma. Yes, somebody else would like to read, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hari.
Mataji, I have a question. Who are sages, Mataji, who are asking?
Sanat, Sanatana, Sanantana, Sanat Kumara, the 4 sages, right? Yeah. Yeah, Mataji, is that the question you were asking?
Yes, Mataji. So they are also there where I think...
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
yes,
So,
yes, Mataji.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Lord Brahma said to Narada, "O Narada, please listen attentively. Hearing the doubts of the sages filled my heart with anxiety. I became morose because I also could not fathom the mystery of Lord's transcendental sports. Literally, there are hundreds of Brahmas like me who do not understand this subject. This truth lay far beyond the knowledge of Vedanta. While I was expressing my heart like this, the Lord manifested a wonderful form before me. He appears as the Hamsa Avatara. Lord Hamsa said, Lord Brahma, the solution to the sages' question appears in the
Chatushloki.
Chatusloki, 4 seed verses of the Srimad Bhagavatam. I will now disclose this to you. Lord Brahma continued, Narada, I must tell you that the Chatusloki are the very source of all my bliss. No one in the universe knows the truth about this. For many days, Srila Vyasadeva stayed in Naimisharanya describing the Mahabharata and the Puranas. After explaining these subjects, Vyasadeva still felt morose. Overcome by bewilderment, he did not know what to do. In the middle of the jungle, he just lost external consciousness. Understanding his difficulty, the Lord became compassionate, summoning me. The Lord spoke the nectarian Chatusloki, and then he ordered me to give this transcendental treasure to Vyasa. At the time, the Lord said, Brahmaji, Vyasadeva does not know the inner meaning of my pastimes. Give him these 4 verses and let him write the Srimad Bhagavatam based on these slokas. Then speak the Bhagavata to Narada Muni, on whose tongue the goddess Saraswati always resides. Tell Narada that in every yuga he is the most merciful to the living entities. Lord Brahma continued, Narada, no other scripture compares with the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is completely transcendental. Narada, you should teach the Bhagavata in order to deliver all living entities. These are There is no other subject in the Bhagavata except the glorification of the supremely independent Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. Anyone who misunderstands this point is a fool.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
you. Thank you. Hari Hari and dear devotees. So far, Narada Muni went to Brahmaloka and he was asking questions. And then Brahma said, oh yeah, of course. And 4 Kumaras had this question too. Why the Lord would have these unusual pleasure pastimes that nobody can understand. Like an ordinary man, he's an Atmarama, but these kind of pastimes. So when the 4 Kumaras asked Brahma, Brahma didn't have an answer. And then that's when the Lord himself manifested as Hamsa Avatara. And then he said, okay, this is the answer, the 4 shlokas, Chaturshloki Bhagavatam. Then Brahma understood. When the Lord imparted that knowledge to Brahma, then Brahma understood. Tene Brahma Hridayadi Kavaye Muhyanti Yat Surayaha. This is imparting transcendental knowledge. So, this is beyond hearing, beyond receiving information. It is imparting transcendental subject matter, transcendental knowledge. It's not just knowledge. It is imparting transcendental substance, infusing transcendental substance, infusing Samvit Shakti. That is Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kave. This is what happened to Brahmaji from the Lord. And this is what initiation means. Dear devotees, Shri Narottam Das Thakura sings right. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chittete Kuriya Akya. Chittete Kuriya Aikya. Tene Brahma Hridaye Adikavaye. All these matters have to do with the chitta, with the heart. So that's what has happened to Brahma. And now he is realized because he got infused with the Samvit Shakti. Transcendental knowledge has been imparted. And then what happened? Because of the infusion from the Lord, with the realization he had, now he is starting to speak the glories. He was speaking the glories, and also he was instructing to Narada. Narada, see, this is what I have heard. Now I am broadcasting this to you. This 4. Vyasa, right? Yeah, Brahma has instructed Vyasa. And then he was saying, he was instructing Narada also. Yeah. You should go ahead. You should go ahead and broadcast. And this was a beautiful sentence he said. You are just meant to enlighten. What is that? Narada Muni. Narada, you should teach the Bhagavata in order to deliver all living entities. Yeah. You should teach the Bhagavata in order to deliver all living entities. I thought I heard one statement saying, you are meant to only deliver all the living entities. Your job is to deliver all living entities. Yeah, there's no other subject in Bhagavata except the glorification of Supreme Person of Godhead. So just within this time, we have seen all this happening. That the Lord has, we can simply say, taught the transcendental subject matter. He described all that, but this is Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikave. In the Hridaya, So imparting the transcendental substance, and then realization of Brahma, and then he is now broadcasting the glories to the Vyasa and instructing Narada to please go ahead, broadcast the same thing. This is the initiation. This is the parampara. This is what broadcasting of glories means, and this is how it should happen. Yes, dear devotees, we'll pause here. We'll pause here, and anything from you?